By the time I was 21, I was married with 2 children. I could do anything. You know, I was 21, the world was mine. By the age of 24, my life had changed. I'd gone from living in a storybook that was full of character, noise, colour and excitement to one that was a blank page, and one that was a blank page with a very bleak outlook.
Dr. Anne O'Neill suffered the loss of her 2 children and an attempt on her own life during a homicide assault.
As a victim of crime, you have no place in the actual court system. You are but an outsider looking in.
You think if something like this happens that justice would be swift, but it's not. It's not like that at all. And you think everyone would bend over to help you. You think, you know, you wake up, your family's being murdered, that there'd be this service and that service and people financially trying to aid you, but it's not like that at all. There's nothing. On top of the actual loss, there's all of this other stuff that comes afterwards that you would just have no idea until you're thrown into it.
We lost our husband and father, we lost our country, we lost our home, we lost our business because we had a business. We actually lost everything. And I think it was just the impact of losing the most important person in your life. We'd been married for nearly 30 years. And the way he died was just too much to bear.
The first place I went after I got out of hospital was to the library because I wanted to know how other people did it. They were thick autobiographies of people in America who had survived crime, and particularly homicide. But there was nothing. There was lots of information on suicide, which I was also dealing with because my estranged husband suicided. There was nothing though on how do you cope when your children are murdered, you know, what do you do? Although I didn't have a lot of formal support and I didn't have an organisation to go to, I had a lot of people who gave me wonderful support in the way that they could. And I guess that's what led me to the research, because none of us knew what worked or what didn't work. What were we supposed to do for each other? So my honours thesis presented 5 individual narratives of people who had lost someone, so that it would create a book. They could read those 5 people's experiences and realise that they weren't alone and pick up bits and pieces and take from it what they will.
And sadly, tonight on the freeway, part of the reason that Alison may be late is that they found somebody at Stirling train station today. So to remind us all of why we do what we do.
Angel Hands started because of the increasing demand, so the people were there before Angel Hands was.
Angel Hands and I really believe were so vital to saving my life.
What makes us unique is there's a lot of services there that at the point of a crisis, when something happens, people will come in and assist. But once the investigation's over, the court case has been scheduled, the actual immediate trauma's being dealt with, people are often left to wait.
Not just suffering the loss that you've suffered, but everything that comes after that. For us, 3 started and stopped trials, over 20 odd court appearances. Just like, and you're up and down and up and down and up and down, and it's really hard work.
And that's sort of where we come in, but with a longer term, and I call it, you know, post-crisis support. We extend our service out to the secondary victims, the family members of people bereaved through homicide, you know, the partners of people who've been sexually assaulted, the friends, you know, we support a number of friends because it's really traumatic when something happens. We're so reliant on volunteer energy at the moment. Our greatest risk is that we won't be consistent and we won't be able to meet demand. We've only got funding till the end of the financial year, so we have to make sure we keep getting funding to keep us going.
In the beginning, Anne and I talked on the phone. She shared her own very personal loss with me. She made me feel that everything I was feeling was okay. She told me not to try and rationalise something that was so irrational. She took me to my first homicide victim support group meeting. She checked in on me and she listened to me cry, and she just listened.
In memory of victims of homicide who were taken from their loved ones by the hands of others, We cannot stop the hands of time, nor live again the past, but we will love and remember you as long as time will last.